What's going on, good people? We are back with the next segment in the I Can Do 40 Days, a Fit Mind Equals a Fit Body program. Now, we are still sticking with the mind. This whole week is all about getting our minds right because that's the foundation for everything else. And today's talk is titled, Take Control of Your Thoughts. Now, we must understand the power of a thought because everything that we know started with one single thought. The cell phone started with the thought. An airplane, filtered water in your homes, the automobile, everything started with one thought. And studies have shown that we have about 50,000 to 70,000 thoughts per day. And that comes out to about 35 to 48 thoughts per minute. And it only takes one thought to shift an entire generation of your family or shift our entire world. You know, Be Limitless Today started with a thought. I was at a faith conference in 2012. And the Jesse Duplantis, the good Jesse, was preaching. And he had said a line that really resonated with me. He said, negative news is freely given. Positive news must be searched for or created. And that really set with me and resonated with me because I've always had that same feeling towards the media coverage that our nation has every day and every evening. And I had the thought, what if there was a place with all positive news and all positive stories? And Be Limitless Today was created. Now we see the massive effect of one thought. The law applies to negative thoughts as well. Negative thoughts are your biggest adversaries to your fitness goals, because as a man thinketh, so is he. We mustn't allow thoughts of doubt, inadequacy, and fear to replay over and over in our mind and outweigh our positive thoughts of strength, determination, and self-discipline. You know, Gary Vee had a great quote about this in regards to our social media today. He said that the minority of negative and angry people are much louder than the majority of happy and positive people, and that positivity deserves to be spread too. You see, our minds doesn't automatically go to the positive side. It doesn't automatically go to those appreciation thoughts of things like breathing and walking and having a roof over our head or having a healthy family. You know, those thoughts of doubt, inadequacy, and fear are very, very easily triggered. Someone may have said to you one time, looking at a program that you were doing, and said, you know, that program looks too hard. Or they looked at your diet program and said, that's all you're gonna eat? That's not enough. And it happens unconsciously, but if we don't stop our minds from playing that over and over, we will start to think, what if they're right? And to that I say, you must choose. Are you going to be right or are they going to be right? Because the good book says a double-minded person is unstable in all of their ways. So step number one to controlling your thoughts is to define who you are. For me, if anyone that knows me knows that I'm very spiritual. I love my God wholeheartedly, and I believe what his word says about me. And that is, I am the head and not the tail, above only and not beneath. I am strong and courageous, and all things are possible because my God is with me. I am blessed everywhere that I go, and I have been given the spirit of power, love, and self-discipline. No weapon formed against me shall prosper. The favor of God surrounds me like a shield, producing supernatural increase. Abundance flows to me like an avalanche, and I am sufficient in all things. That's what I believe about me. And as an adult, I know at one point or several points, life has thrown you curveballs, beat you up, left you lonely and heartbroken, and knocked you down so low to where you thought you were finished. But somehow, you found enough strength to keep fighting. And regardless of everything that has happened to you, you are still here standing. We persevere. That's what we do. So when you start to shift your mind, don't let those negative thoughts define you. Remind yourself of everything that you've overcome, all the struggles that you've beat, and that you are strong and courageous. And that negative thought is nothing more than a random thought that does not apply to you. Step number 2 with controlling our thoughts is to monitor our influencers. Our minds are gathering data and information from the time that we wake up until the time that we go to sleep. And whether you realize it or not, your thoughts are being influenced on a second by second basis. It's being influenced by billboards, by ads, by commercials, by digital screens out there, by ads on the side of taxis, on the side of buses. It's being influenced everywhere. And the biggest influencer of them all is this thing right here. A study shows that 79% of people grab their cell phone and check it within the first 15 minutes of their day. That means the moments when your mind is the most clear. We are picking up our phones and we are gathering information of other people's lives, other people's stories, other people's disappointments, and everything else that goes on in everyone else's lives but our own. Brendon Burchard had a great quote. He said, "The inbox is just the organized place of other people's agendas." It's so easy to lose your day when you check into the world first thing in the morning, because all of their agendas, everything that they think is important, is now put on you before you can even choose what's important for your day. And I picked up this concept from Brendon Burchard. So for most of my days, I don't check any emails, text messages, or social media for the first hour of my day. It gives me time to think, time to pray, time to reflect, time to decide what's most important to me for that day, what things I need to get done for that day, without having any type of influence on my schedule. And since I've added this into my regimen, my productivity has increased tremendously. So with that being said, let's get right into our action points. Action point number 1, do not check your phone for the first 30 minutes of your day. That means no text messages, no emails, no social media. Use this time to go through your thoughts. Use this time to see what's the most important for your day that you need to get done. If you're a spiritual person, this is a great time to do a 10-minute prayer. Ask for guidance on your day to maximize it. Use this time for gratitude. Use this time to stretch your body or to go for a morning walk. Just do something for you. You will have the rest of the day to respond to everyone else. Action point number 2, I would like for you to set 3 random alarms in your phone. And when these alarms goes off, I would like you to just take 30 seconds and take an inventory of the thoughts that's going on in your head. And any negative thoughts, I want you to speak out loud and say the opposite of that thought. Faith comes by hearing. So the only way that you can get into your heart and get into your mind that you're not that negative thought is to constantly tell it you're the opposite of it. Action point number 3, I want you to write out on a sheet of paper the most powerful and best version of yourself. Make it about 5 sentences, nothing crazy. I want it to be nice and short, but I want you to be able to read this during that first 30 minutes of your day where you're not checking your emails, text, or social media. When you do this, you are then setting a standard in your mind of who you are, and then you are positioning yourself to go out and dominate that day. I hope this video was a benefit to you. Thank you guys so much for watching it. Make sure you do the action points though. It is the only way that we can break through the barriers in our minds and put ourselves on path to start achieving our goals. So until next time, good people, always remember to be love, be you, and be limitless today.